Hello everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back. Today I'm using Santa and a Kitten for my I almost said Halloween, my Christmas card series. This is a design team project for Not Too Shabby Shop as well, where you can take advantage of some amazing sales going on right now. I'll tell you about that while I'm coloring here, using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers. So Jamie is clearing out her inventory as she gets ready to switch over to a new website platform. She has a bunch of stamps on sale for 30% off, many of them. There are more sales to come. She has 12 days of sales, and all 12 of those are good until the end of the sale. So you can also use my coupon code JEN10, that's Jen with 2 N's, to save an additional 10% off. So if you want to do some holiday shopping for you or a crafty friend or family member, it's a great time to head over to the shop. So let's talk about the card. So I decided to color up this adorable image using my Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers, and I just have this taped down onto a bamboo chopping block. I purchased this for like $4 while I was in Florida a couple of weeks ago. They're very expensive here in Canada, and so I was so happy to find this one, and it does help with warping. So typically I haven't been using anything, but I did notice a huge difference with having it taped down while I colored. So for the most part, I'm laying down some water first and then bringing in the markers. When I do blacks or very dark colors, you can see there I scribbled the marker onto a stamping block, and then I just pick it up with a wet paintbrush, and I find that that works a lot better, particularly for the blacks. So I'm letting each layer dry, and in between that skipping to other parts of coloring, and then I'm going to go back and lay down some more colors. Now you may have noticed I missed Santa's ear. I don't notice it for quite a while, but I do eventually get it before the card is done. You'll see me do that a little bit later on. So I'm keeping this very simple with just reds and blacks. Of course, I had to do a black kitty, seeing my two girls, Lila and Piper, are both black kitties that I rescued now 2.5 years ago, I think. So this is a little homage to my baby girls, and I absolutely love this image. If you're a cat lover, I think you will love this as well. There's also one for you dog lovers out there, so do not fret. I will leave all the links below in the description box in case you want to check anything out. So for Santa's face, I was just adding a little bit of rosiness to his cheeks and the top of his nose. Here's where I'm coming back in with the red just to darken that up a little bit. I love once you get a second coat of the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers down. I feel like it really gives that beautiful color the second coat. So just painting that on, I'm using my Ranger paintbrushes. I will link these below. They're so affordable and they are amazing in my opinion. So for the gloves, I typically do Santa's gloves in black, but I knew that that wasn't going to work because there was so much black with the little kitty that he is holding. So I decided to go red just because I didn't want to bring in any other colors. I don't love the red gloves, but it will do. So here I'm coming in with a third coat of the black, which totally wasn't necessary, but I just kind of couldn't leave it alone. So slowly getting used to my Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers. They definitely aren't my first medium of choice, but the more I practice with them, the more I do like them. So just going to finish up here, I'm going to do the gold on Santa's belt buckle and do another coat on his face. And then we're going to move on to stamping out more images on the card. So I'm using Christmas Dream by Fawn for this little speech bubble. I'm covering up the little parts of the speech bubble that would connect to the person, or in this case, the cat, with the thought, or in this case, a dream. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw those in myself. They were facing the wrong way for what I needed for this card. So I'm just using my memento marker here and drawing those in, and now I'm going to stamp the little fish that comes in that Lawn Fawn stamp set with the Christmas bow around it. So I'm going to use the same color I used for Santa's belt. It's actually mustard, and I will leave all the colors that I use below in case you're interested. Just keeping the colors consistent, and I'm going to give the fish a nice red bow. So I am going to go over that red a couple times so I can get it to match the same red as Santa's little outfit. I'm going to outline the inside of the speech bubble with the light gray. I have to be careful with those little dots because I'm using the memento marker, which is not a waterproof ink. So just being very conscious of that and being careful. So here's where I'm going to add the next layer of the red, and then I'm going to move on and I'm going to outline Santa with the light gray marker just to allow him to pop out of the card a little bit more, because I'm not actually doing anything else to this card. I'm not going to create a background. I'm just going to leave it nice and simple with a lot of white space. And it was here actually where I noticed that I missed the ear. Not sure how I managed to miss that, but we'll fix that up, get that colored in. And now I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and I'm using a sentiment from the Lawn Fawn Christmas Dreams, and it says, "May all your holiday dreams come true," which I thought was perfect for this little kitty who looks like he could be sleeping cozily in Santa's arms. So I'm going to stamp that a couple times with my Versafine black Onyx ink, and I'll get a really nice crisp image. Once I get that done, I am going to cut out this panel using a stitched rectangle die from Lawn Fawn. First, I am going to ground Santa here with the light gray marker, and then I'm going to take a paintbrush and just blend that out so it's a nice smooth look. And I like how I have that so it's just over top of the sentiment, which also highlights the sentiment a little bit as well. So this is going to leave a little bit of an outline on the card base, and so I was trying to figure out what I was going to use, and I thought, well, seeing I did some gold and I haven't used my gold glitter cardstock yet this holiday season, I would grab that. So I just cut that out using my trimmer. There's no stitched lining on the gold panel, and then I just cut out the inside using a stitched rectangle die because I didn't want to waste the glitter paper, and I knew that you weren't going to be able to tell anyways. So I'm using some double-sided tape here. This is tape that I got on Amazon for a very good price, and it is super sticky. I love it. You've heard me talk about it a couple times now. So I'm just going to trim that up, pull off the release paper, and then I'm going to adhere that down to the card base. And I love how this panel just pops on the gold glitter cardstock. So to add some detail, I'm going to bring in some gold stickles. I managed, of course, to get my fingers in the sentiment, so I'm just cleaning that up with my Staedtler white eraser, which is perfect if you are like me and get your fingers in the ink all the time. So I'm going to add the gold stickles to the fish and Santa's belt, and this will tie in with the gold glitter cardstock that I used. And then I'm not sure if you noticed, but a little bit of the red color ran in the white part. So I'm just going to use my Nuvo drops in Simply White, and I'm going to go over the fluffy parts of Santa's outfit. And you won't be able to tell that some of the color ran into that white spot. When I added the gold stickles, you kind of lost the eye on the fish, so I'm just using my black Nuvo drops there to add the eye in, and then I'm using the bubblegum Nuvo drops for the kitty's little nose. it kind of got lost when I painted the cat, so that just adds a little bit of fun. And I'm just tapping it so the nose will lay a little bit flatter. And that's the card today. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for all your support during the holiday card series, and I'll see you soon. Bye!